The 2024 general elections are now over, but the EVM controversy is still in the headlines. Most renowned tech innovator Elon Musk's statement has raked in a massive political storm here in India. Musk, while commenting in the context of the Puerto Rico elections, has said that all EVMs are hackable. He's also contended that the machine could be hacked by humans or even using artificial intelligence. The statement by Elon Musk has armed the opposition with fresh ammunition. Another new report has come in from a daily which added wind to the opposition sails, which had claimed falsely that an EVM was opened by Shiv Sena MP's relative using a mobile phone at a counting center. And this was allegedly due to the generation of a one-time password or OTP, which could unlock an electronic voting machine allegedly. The very next day, the story was retracted by the publication, and both the Election Commission and the police issued clarifications. Election Commission has also fact-checked the doubters and said that an OTP is not needed to unlock EVMs, and the process of counting is independent of usage of any mobile phone. Election Commission in the past has also stated that EVM machines are both non-programmable and have no wireless communication capability. Now, despite these clarifications, opposition remains relentless on the issue. Listen in to the reactions coming in.
Why? What is there to hide? And why is the Election Commission afraid of questions? It's our right and our duty to ask questions, and it's their duty to respond. All these are very valid questions, and what happened in that election, in the counting center, is something very serious.
हा जो भाजपाने विजय क्लेम केलेला आहे तो देखील 303 वरनं 240 वर आलेला आहे. काल पण मी सांगितलं की ही यंत्रणा जर त्यांच्या हातात नसते आणि खरोखर फ्री अँड फेअर इलेक्शन झाले असते तर 240 काय 40 देखील जागा भाजपाच्या या देशात आल्या नसत्या.
See, the question here is this. When a doubt is raised, it is the duty of the Election Commission of India to quell those doubts, to ensure that it is transparent. It is their bounden duty. But what did the Election Commission do? It was just poo-pooing the allegations.
However, the BJP and their allies have soon hit back at this narrative, questioning the opposition over their double standards when it comes to EVMs. Listen in.
The Elon's tweet was jumped on by our Congress scientific advisors, including Rahul Gandhi, to which anyway I have no answer because their knowledge far outstrips what I know from science and electronics and technology, and they of course live in the realm of Jupiter's escape velocity and potatoes turning gold and so on and so forth. So they should put the facts in front of the EC, they should put the facts in front of a court of law and say here is our evidence that the EVMs are tamperable.
ये सरासर गलत इंफॉर्मेशन थी. पहली बात तो ये कि मोबाइल के जरिए ईवीएम ऑपरेट नहीं होता, यह एक तकनीकी तथ्य है, सत्य है. आज हालात ये है कि जिस अखबार में ये खबर छापी और जिसकी वजह से पूरे देश में ये फेक नैरेटिव सेट किया गया, उस अखबार ने आज माफी मांग ली है या क्लैरिफिकेशन दिया है.
उनका काम है आरोप लगाना, उसी से तो 99 सीट जीते हैं ना, उसी से तो 99 सीट जीते हैं. अगर उनको विश्वास नहीं है तो इस्तीफा कर दें 99 आदमी. अगर उस पर उनका विश्वास नहीं है तो 99 एमपी इस्तीफा कर दें.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining us at the moment is former Chief Election Commissioner of India, Dr. S.Y. Quraishi, joining us. Thank you so much, Mr. Quraishi. And let me start with the comments that have been made by the billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk that has sparked off a huge political debate here in India. Now, Elon Musk has come on social media X to claim that all machines are hackable. He says that we should eliminate electronic voting machines. The risk of being hacked by humans or AI while small is still too high. What would you think of the comment that has been made by Elon Musk? Of course, he was talking in the context of another election that is in Puerto Rico. Does it apply in the Indian context in your view, sir?
Yeah, actually there is too much of hype about the Elon Musk comment. This is a comment which we have heard the for the last 30 years. Because everybody, every expert, every critic of electronic voting machine has been saying that any machine can be hacked, and this is what he has said. So nothing new about that. Second important thing which you yourself pointed out, he was referring to Puerto Rico election. Now, while we guarantee our own Indian EVM, we don't guarantee any EVM anywhere else in the world. They're all different kinds. Just as Elon Musk, he has a very important, good car, Tesla. Now, will he say that if there is an accident of another car, that all cars are prone to accidents, so let us ban them? So generalizing this is, I think, almost bordering on foolishness.
So, may I also ask you, because, there's been another controversy here in Mumbai, etc. But, the end of the day, there are leaders here in India who say that call to return to paper ballots, even in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, you would have seen the comments coming in that, we should return to a paper ballot system. Akhilesh Yadav and others have said it. Many others, I don't want to take all the names. But what is your opinion on this? Are we clear? Because there have been a number of court judgments, for instance, number of aspects like booth capturing, Election Commission has been talking about. Is there any case to be made at all for a return to paper ballot?
Though I'm actually surprised to hear this, number one, and I've been saying in defense of EVM, because I have no reason to be a spokesman of the Election Commission, but since I have seen this, I know the inside out of the EVM. And when the controversy about EVM and the numbers and the difference in numbers was being mentioned in the debate, I think for me, what is sacrosanct is the number which is captured in the machine, which is sealed by 3 seals. And in a strong room, paper sealed, and with the signature of politicians on the cloth seal in the strong room and paper seal on the machine. So only a magician can change those figures. Secondly, that to say, now in any case, when the margin of victory is low, there is always a scope for dispute, and there is always a dispute. It could have been this way, that way. In ballot paper days, there used to be demand for recount, and the staff will recount for a day and a half and come to the same result. So that is an old thing. Now coming to the demand, after winning Karnataka election 6 months ago, I have been saying that if BJP could manipulate it, do you think they would have lost that election? And they lost in Himachal Pradesh, they lost in Punjab, they lost in Bengal earlier. So therefore, to say that these can be manipulated, what better proof you require of their safety? And then the latest election itself, just see the kind of results you've got. Now, going back to the ballot papers, looks to me even more funny in a recent context. You remember there was a mayor election in Chandigarh? 36 ballot papers, 36 ballot papers were involved, and in that, say, 12 or 16 were declared illegally invalid. Now, these are the games which could be played, and they used to play it with the ballot papers then. Even after this latest experience, which we saw on live TV and for days on end, to say that, go back to that. Now, why did we move away from ballot paper? Number, we are developing, we are an advanced country in the election. Now, there used to be booth capturing by the gundas. Now, do you think now those gundas who used to capture booths 25 years ago have become saints now? There are 1,000 times more gundas now doing the same thing, and you saw an example of it in Chandigarh. With only 36 ballots, we could not ensure the safety. If Supreme Court and Chief Justice personally had not intervened the way he did, the election was lost with the paper ballots. So therefore, I don't know what we are talking about. Why is it not an informed debate? Right. And of course, the Election Commission should call a meeting of all political parties. That is the best way. Discuss it, the problem with threadbare, even if it takes half a day or more. But this controversy should see the end now.
So very interesting, in fact, that you mentioned the 3 seals. But as somebody who has conducted an election, many an election, and of course you've been involved closely with Lok Sabha elections also in the past, is it possible at all to hack the EVM as is being claimed, the Indian EVM I'm talking about? Because, as has been explained by a number of experts, and if you could enlighten our viewers on how technologically there is no communication or programming possible as far as the Indian EVM is concerned.
Correct. Yeah. I'm glad that you are emphasizing the word Indian EVM, because any EVM we can't guarantee. It is only the Indian EVM we are talking about, and it has double security. One is the technological security in the building of the machine. It is the one-time programmable read-only chip. With like a calculator. Your calculator, for the last 10 years you're using it, it always gives you 2 plus 2, 4, and it will never give you 2 plus 2, 5. You can't reprogram it because it's already built and burnt on the chip, and it is on the motherboard. So therefore, there is no question of any other program being written. And also I would like to remind you that the current machines were produced in 2013 in the previous regime. Right. Now, the previous regime would not program these machines to benefit somebody else. Right. So, therefore, these kind of allegations, and then the security. From the two factories, there were what we used to say that there were 3-4 top experts of these companies. One is under the Defense Ministry and the another under Atomic Energy Ministry. And top 2-3 the software engineers would develop it. And 5 of our independent experts, who are 5 IIT professors, different IIT professors, they monitor it. We may not know about technology, but they know. They keep an eye. They certify. Unless they certify a technology, we don't adopt any technology. They have always been overseeing it, and they have found it all right. And, then from the factory, we allot the machines to the state, 50,000 to UP or 30,000 to Bihar. After that, computer takes over. Which district it will go to, computer decides. From there to which constituency, from there to which booth, everything is randomly decided by the computer. And even the names, you can't program. There is no button permanently assigned to BJP or Congress or SP or anybody. If you are Ajay Kumar of BJP, you will be getting the first button. If you are Vijay Kumar of BJP, you will get the 6th or 7th button, whichever is the last national party. Right. Therefore, there is no question of any pre-programming. And the second and equally important, perhaps more important, is the custodial security, administrative security. From the company to the storage, it is always under the security logs and guarded by paramilitary forces around the year. Right. And when we open the strong room, even to take out one machine for a court case, we have collector has to inform the political parties there, look, I'm going to open the strong room, please come. I want to do it in your presence. Because on the strong room lock, there is a cloth seal on which these people have signed. So first they will ensure, look, in the meanwhile, the seal has not been tampered with. And then after taking the machine out, it will be resealed. And again, the same procedure of the politicians signing it. So this is the drill. People should understand the drill which is why at the peak of this numbers controversy, 1 crore extra, I said, I don't care. For me, what is captured in the machine, that is sacrosanct, and that is what has been proved right.
Right. There's also been a very interesting episode, I don't know if you're aware, in Mumbai, where in fact there were media reports that a relative of one of the candidates had allegedly used a mobile phone connected to an EVM and using an OTP that was generated unlocked the EVM machine. Of course, this has since been denied by the a returning officer of that particular seat. The police has also denied it. Legal notices have been sent, so on and so forth. But this is a comment that was retweeted, republished by a number of opposition leaders. In your view, as those who understand the electoral system, is there a need for all sides to be responsible? Because what will end up happening, sir, is that ultimately people will start distrusting the system if irresponsible commentary is allowed.
Correct. Actually, the people have already been distrusting for some time, and I have been saying and I've been appealing to the Election Commission that silence is not your option. If there is a criticism, you should come out in public, hold a national level press conference. But easier than that is all party meeting, which is much easier because they're a smaller number and ultimately they are the biggest stakeholders after the voters. So explain everything to them. Why anything is happening, why they demand how OTP cannot be generated. Our machine is standalone machine. It is not connected either through a wire or wirelessly. it doesn't communicate with anything outside. How can it generate an OTP and through that you unlock? And what already the machine has been counted and it was open at that time. So I think it is just because the margin of victory is very small. That is why the tensions build up. So, but a collector has come out very, very clearly. And she has filed a police case and police is investigating. The truth will come out. And I'm sure the truth will be as we have just now discussed.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Quraishi, for joining us and explaining to us in great detail, really, as someone who has in fact conducted elections at the highest office of the CEC, what really is the issues involved and why you certainly continue to believe in EVMs and the fact that they cannot be hacked. Thanks so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.